So my kids thought it would be a good idea for these videos to do something they call Chicken of the Week. So this will be the Chicken of the Week. This is Estelle. And Estelle is a chicken. Welcome to episode 2 of Tales from the Coop. I wasn't sure I'd actually get to this point, that I would actually go ahead with the second one. But just a few minutes ago, I checked out the first video I put up, and inexplicably, for some reason, last I checked, it had 498 views. I don't know why, I don't know how, but 498, which is 492 more than I thought I would get. So I have 2 theories about why there's so many. And I'll put them in order from least likely to most likely. So least likely, but most disturbing. The very first shot of the video is a close-up shot of my foot. So maybe there are far more people with foot fetishes than I would like to think about. Ugh. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, okay. I mean, who am I to judge? Everybody has quirks. Feet? Why feet? They're gross. They're feet. All right. I'm hoping it's not the feet one. The second theory, and the only one I'm hoping is true, is that one person fell asleep with that video on repeat and watched it 492 times while sleeping. Let it play. Now, I appreciate it. I really do. However, I feel I maybe should warn you, I've done the math. I've done the math. And that's almost 3.5 days. That's too much sleep. That's, I mean, it sounds great, but it can't be healthy. It really can't be healthy. But again, I appreciate it. So thank you. And thank you, honestly, to anybody who did watch the video, anybody who did comment. It really did mean a lot. It kind of gave me a reason to do another video, and we'll see how they go. So, I'm going to be honest, when I decided to start these, I really had no direction that I was going to take them. Was never really 100% sure what I wanted to do. I mean, I'm in a chicken coop. I'm going to talk about chickens. But there'll be other stuff too, I'm sure. For example, I don't know if you can hear it on the video, on the tin roof of the barn, but it is raining. It's Monday night. It is finally raining. We desperately need it. We got a good downpour a while ago. My garden desperately needed it. I have a fairly large garden, which in a later video, once I get it weeded a little bit and it doesn't look as horrendous as it does right now, maybe I'll show that, show what we grow, and there'll be other things, just random things. But the one thing I guess I probably should do, one piece of feedback I got from the first video was that even though I'm in a coop, I didn't actually show any chickens. Except for the one that I showed at the beginning of the video, the chicken of the week. But I didn't actually show any of the chickens we have. So, this video, I'll take the time very briefly and just introduce the birds we have, kind of show the birds we have, the spaces we've made for them. And then we'll see what happens. It could get crazy. It could get crazy. Could get crazy. It is now Tuesday afternoon. It is still raining, which is great. And as I said in this video, I'm take the time to show some of the chickens we have. So here's our first three. This is the first pen we built with their coops. And these are the 3 chickens that we first hatched. When I say we hatched, we didn't do anything. They hatched on their own in an incubator. It's not as if I tried sitting on the eggs or anything myself to see what had happened. Moving on. This is Gizmo, Molly, and Gilbert. And Gilbert, one of them's Gilbert, had Rhineck not long ago. You wouldn't know it anymore. Maybe in a later video I'll explain what Rhineck is and how you can fix it. There is a way to do it. You do not have to get rid of the chicken. So there they are. On to the barn. So here we are at the barn where the rest of the chickens are. And before we open the door, before we go inside, I do have to make one warning. And here it is. There's the warning. That's right. It's true. This sign and other signs I show were made by a good friend of ours, Caitlin, at Fox and Fern Studios. I will leave a link to her Facebook page. She does amazing work. I'll leave a link to her Facebook page with this video. I will happily advertise or endorse anybody who enjoys my, how did she put it? It was either old ass or badass Nike Airs. I'm gonna go with badass. Now here we are. I'm sure if anybody watched the first video, you will recognize this as my studio, also known as the middle coop. And I share my studio, middle coop, with these 3. Huh. I'm sure you'll remember the chicken of the week, Estelle, Maui, and Hey Hey. I did not name these, I swear. So these chickens will stay in here for a while till they're a little bigger. They will then be moved next door with the rest of the chickens that are already laying. Now, we're assuming these 2 chickens are female, and I'm assuming this is a male, and we will be moving them over. And I know, one male with, it will then be 13 females. He's going to be a busy boy. He's going to be busy. Now some people might think, one guy for 13 girls? Damn. But the way I look at it, one guy, 13 females? That's going to be a lot of nagging. should probably try to edit that part out. And here we are. Chickens, the only pet that poops breakfast. So this coop will be the last coop that the chickens will be put in when they are almost ready to lay. You obviously don't want to put them all in right away. We do not want the bigger ones beating up on the smaller chickens, so we will move them in slowly. But here we go. As you can see, we have a welcoming party. So moving on. Sorry to disturb you. This is their outdoor exercise pen. I will admit, it's not the prettiest thing, but it works. I'm hoping predator safe. We haven't lost any yet, so that's a good sign. Oh. And look at this shit. And now we come to the last coop on the left. And I will tell you, it is a good thing you cannot smell through video, because these guys stink. These are our meat chickens. It may seem kind of hard to believe, but these are only about 5 weeks old. They do nothing but eat, drink, and poop. That's it. So these will stay in here, and they will be in here also. As I said a little earlier, we do move the chickens when they get to a certain age, and it's the same with these. These chickens will also be moved at a certain age, and I will show you where they get moved to next. So now, here's where the meat birds will go after a certain age. It's a freezer. So I think that'll do it for the second episode of Tales from the Coop. I hope anyone watching enjoyed it. Of course, if you didn't watch it, you wouldn't know you're supposed to enjoy it. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy it. I had said if I could get these videos to the first video to 500 views that we'd start putting it on YouTube. So we did start a YouTube channel. So it'll be on there. It'll be on Facebook. So if you wouldn't mind, if you enjoyed it, if you could maybe give me a like, thumbs up. However YouTube works, I don't really know. But maybe leave a comment if you want. Even if you wanted to give me an idea, some kind of idea of something to do on a future video, that'd be great. Because like I said before, I have no idea what I'm going to do in these. So I guess before I sign off, I know I ended the first video with a funny kids say anything story. So maybe I'll do that again here. This one comes from another one of my boys, Jensen. As we were tucking the kids in bed one night, he was all tucked in, ready to go to sleep. And he looked at his mother and he said, "Mom, I have 2 questions for you." He said, "First, why do some kids not live with their real parents?" It was a good question. It was a thought-provoking question. So, assuming one of the kids in his class apparently lives with foster parents or grandparents, or whatever the case may be, we tried to explain as best we can why maybe that is. So, and then we waited for the second question, assuming maybe it would be thought-provoking. And his question, he looked and he said, "Mom, Why did God create llamas? That's a good question. That is a. I've wondered that. I don't think we'll ever know. Not really. So, again, if you watched this, if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments if you liked it. If you didn't like it, keep it to yourself. I'm kidding. Put that in there too. Just let me know one way or the other. So, thank you for watching. Good night.